Hey beauties, hi, hello, how are ya? Welcome back to the channel. While I sit here and fidget with my camera to try to get it somewhat centered and somewhat all that, don't mind the Popeyes in the background. I just went and got something to eat because I was all like, I'm hungry, and I didn't want to, I just didn't want to cook today because I cooked yesterday, so yeah, I wouldn't say I'm lazy. I just didn't want to do it. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about brushes. This video was requested by a friend of mine, Lainey. Hey, Lainey, how you doing? She said that she needed some great foundation brushes. So we're going to be talking about brushes today. And we're going to be finishing up or trying to finish up my declutter. I still have lashes and mascara to go, but today we're going to be talking about primer waters and facial primer water sprays and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to be talking about finishing sprays as well. So let's get into it. All right. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell so that you don't miss any of these videos. All right, so I have so many things on my desk. I'm just gonna have to do this like this. So I'm gonna start off with my primers, right? I have got a vanilla sugar and raspberry facial serum that kind of works as a primer. But you can put it on your face. It is cleansing, it's purifying, it's for all skin types. I don't have that much left in here, and it's really sad that I don't. You'll be surprised that I got this from, there's a glare going on. No doubt for my ring light. I do apologize. I'm not sure. Are you going to focus today? Are we going to focus? Focus? So people can read you on what you are? So our automatic focus is not working today? No? All right, well, whatever. Anyway, this is by Rolero, and I did get this from the Dollar Tree, and I actually like it, and it really does work. So there are some things that you can find at the Dollar Tree that actually do work, that actually, you know, you'll like or whatever. So I was really impressed by this, and it being for all skin types or whatever. So it's a really good inexpensive way to prime your face if you don't want to, you know, go in and, you know, get the big dollar primers. Okay, so keeping in with the inexpensive stuff, let me see. We've got e.l.f. This is the Poreless Putty Primer, and it is still in the box because I have not opened this yet, but I have used it before because I had some samples, and I gave a couple of the samples away because, you know, I was like, well, I'm just going to go ahead. Now, this is saying that is with hydrating squalene. I have oily skin. However, you know, I'm not afraid of a little hydration. We all need a little hydration. My skin isn't looking the best these days, which is why I don't have a full face of makeup on. So, you know, I am doing the, you know, the clean face, the clear face, and all that kind of stuff right now. So it's going to look like this out of the box. Hardly any scent at all. Okay. Okay. It gives a little bit of a white cast on here, but that's okay. It's going underneath your makeup. Look at that. I can literally tell a difference, and this is really smooth. And even though it's hydrating, it's not giving a greasy feel or anything like that. It doesn't look or feel greasy. So, you know, we can live with this. We can live with this. And I'm going to sit that over to the side because it's all in my way. found a pair of tweezers that's not supposed to be in here. Those are supposed to be in my tools. Okay, moving right along. We're talking about inexpensive things, so we're going to keep it moving with Ulta. And I have two primers by Ulta. This is mattifying face primer, oil-free, paraben-free. And this is the poreless face primer, mineral oil-free and paraben-free. Okay, this one right here is going to control shine and it blurs pores, while this one is going to smooth and refine your pores. Both of these are really good. I like them both. I got this one in a smaller package. You know, when you're at Ulta and you're going through the checkout and you see it, and so I think it was sitting there for like maybe $8 or whatever, so I got it to try it out. This one was like one of my all-time favorites, so I used to purchase this often, but I like them both. I encourage you to try them out and see how you like them if you have oily skin. So Hard Candy Sheer Envy Perfecting Primer. This is one of my all-time favorites for like $6 at Walmart. Minimizes lines and pores for a smooth finish. This is Skin Perfecting Primer for like around $6. They have different ones. So if you have dry skin, oily skin, combination skin, just, normal, neutral skin, they have a primer for everybody's skin. And this is the one that, I choose because it minimizes lines and pores for a smooth finish. I have oily skin. I love that it's pink also. So anyway, this is just like my thing. Hard Candy, you can't go wrong with it. So these are the ones that you can, get on the drugstore side of Ulta or, in Walmart, or the dollar store or whatever. So we're going to move on. Oh, by the way, FYI, this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, you can also get in a 3-pack. Now, one of them I've already used up. The other one I gave away. These are the matte putty primers right here and the luminous putty primer. And I haven't used these, I don't think. I'm going to give these, okay, yeah, I just swatched or whatever, but not going to lie, I like it, and you do need a primer, so I'm going to give these to my girl because I know she's going to need something to prime her face with. Here's the other one, the Poreless Putty Primer. So it does come in a 3-pack. So if you don't want to get the big one or you don't know which one to get, you can always get one of these. So I'm going to set these to the side for her because I know she's going to need some primer. Now, Fenty Beauty. This primer right here is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. I didn't like the way it felt on my face with the foundation. I'm not 100% sure if it was the foundation or the primer or the combination, but I felt sticky. And after I put the foundation, because I used everything Fenty the last time I tried this, maybe it was the foundation because this isn't feeling real sticky on the back of my hand, and it's looking okay. It doesn't have a strong scent, but it is a little floral. But I think it's okay. This does not have a sticky film or whatever, like, milk or anything like that. I don't know. I'm going to keep using it. I'm going to see if it makes a difference. But I will say it's thin. It's not thick, which kind of bothers me a little bit because, like, Hard Candy is on the thick side. Ulta is on the thick side. So I'm used to kind of feeling, something that really puts a layer on the face. So I'm not 100% sure what the benefits are of Fenty. I just haven't researched it that much because I noticed that, like I said, when I used it, something wasn't right. There was something between it, the foundation, the combination I did not like. So for me, I haven't used it since. It doesn't mean I'm not going to use it again because it's not cheap. Okay, we've gotten out of the cheap primers or whatever, so it's not cheap. Um, and I'm just kind of fooling around with it, but I'm definitely going to try it again, maybe next time without the Fenty foundation and see what happens. Let's see. It had to be the foundation or the combination because on the back of my hand it's not sticky at all. So we're gonna give this another go and see what happens. One of my all-time favorites, Smashbox, the original photo finish. Don't have to tell you about this. Y'all have seen me use this 100 times in the past. It's just good. It's smooth. It blurs. It's all that. It makes your foundation look amazing. So, yeah. And then Urban Decay, Pore Perfecting. As you can see, she's almost gone, but I love this. This is my favorite primer on the planet, along with the eyeshadow primers. These tubes have been through it. I squeeze these tubes so much. I have all three of them. I have, now this one is the original, which I like, but I found out about Sin and Eden. And I almost feel like sometimes I like Eden better, but then sometimes I like Sin better. And I don't like their names or whatever, but they just do something to the eyeshadow that I can't explain. So you've got the eyeshadow primer potion Sin, you've got the primer potion Eden, and then you've got the original primer potion, which, you know, is always, this is almost gone because I use this one the most, the original, but these are just, I don't know, I love them. Like this right here, if you want to spend the money, you know, and it's gonna last you a long time. I am all things Urban Decay. That you just can't go wrong with Urban Decay. Okay, that's just how I feel about it. Yeah, it is what it is. So, let's move on to setting sprays and primer water. Okay. Once again, going back to Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This is my all-time favorite. I love this stuff. I can't leave home without it. I can't say enough about it. I mean, it's lightweight. It makes your makeup look great. You can put it on before your makeup, after. You can refresh your face with it during the day. They have the full size, which is this, and then they have the miniature size, which is like the travel size, whatever you could put in your purse or whatever. Smashbox makes a great primer water, and of course they have other products that I use that are amazing, but I mean, I have to say, this is my all-time favorite. I love this. It really makes my face look great. I shouldn't even be talking about this, but Beauty Intuition Spray and Slay. I haven't seen this in forever, but this is a facial primer water that I used to set my face with, and it was absolutely great, and I got it from Five Below, and I don't think it's coming back, but if you know something that I don't, let me know, because I would love to get another bottle. All right, let's move along. The Ulta Beauty Matte Makeup Setting Spray is okay. It's not great. But if you're a beginner and you don't want to spend the big bucks, then this right here could do you some good. I'm going to declutter this because I don't use it, and I really don't want it to just sit in my collection and not be used just because. So I'm going to declutter this and give it to somebody who might need it. We're going to move with the Tarte Stay Spray. She's all that in a bag of Doritos. Need I say more? It's Tarte. Tarte is amazing. Stop texting me. I'm working. Tarte Stay Spray. I like this stuff. All things Tarte. This is double duty beauty. Okay. The fragrance. A little tiny bit floral. Light mist. Can't go wrong with this. Love this stuff. I haven't tried this yet, but it's Wet n Wild Photo Focused Mini Matte. It is still in the packaging. I haven't tried it yet, but I hear good things. Let me know what you've heard, or have you used it? Let me know in the comments, because I would love your opinion on this. If you use, because y'all know I love Wet n Wild, and I want to know how you feel about this. Let's see. Okay. It's okay. Oh, it's a nice, it's a little strong, but it's not a bad fragrance. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, let's not use perfume if we're going to use this. And that's strong. That right, you need to be far, you need to be back here. Ooh, girl. She's strong. She's doing her job, okay? This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Finish Setting Spray. This is cruelty free. This is going to be a 1.52 fluid ounce bottle. But I am really interested in seeing what this does. And all day wear is what it says. So it's got this little clock around here. So what you do is, like, you know, if it's 3 o'clock, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your, you know, 3 o'clock right here, and whatever time, you know, you wash your face, and let's see if it wore, you know, all day, because it does say all day wear, and it does say shake before you use it. So it's got a few instructions on the bottle, and it came like that, just with the wrapper. It didn't have a box or anything like that, but I could still smell the fragrance. It's almost like I sprayed body mist in the room. So if you don't like fragrance, then I would say don't get the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, but this is matte finish setting spray, and so I'm eager to see what it does. TJ Maxx, it was $5.99, $3. This is Rose Witch Hazel Water. You can set your makeup with this, but you can also put it on your face before makeup, or even just as a refresher. It does say refreshing face mist with hyaluronic acid. So this is, I have set my face with this. I have just put it on my face just because it was hot in the summer. I have, you know, used this. I can't find it in my TJ Maxx anymore, but it's Rose Witch Hazel Water. So it's like rose water with, you know, witch hazel in it. It's vegan, it's natural, it's cruelty free, 4 fluid ounces. And like I said, you can't go wrong with hyaluronic acid in it. We all need it. So I would say try it. And it doesn't necessarily have to be Providence Beauty. It could be any brand. I'm just saying that this is where I got mine from, TJ Maxx, and it was on sale for $3, and normally it would be $5.99. So try it out. You might like it. Inexpensive. Okay. The last two that I've got over here is going to be Urban Decay and Smash. Oh, never mind. Because you know what? This is a Photo Finish setting spray. And this Smashbox, the Photo Finish Primer Water and the setting spray. And I've used both of them, and I like both of them. So need I say more? And this is a sample size. This is not a full size. And I'm not sure if I got these together or if this was in like a gift box or something. But I like it. And it is very weightless. It's lightweight. I mean, it really is. It barely has a fragrance, if at all. And this is 1 fluid ounce in this bottle or whatever. So this is a like travel size. It's not a full size, okay? The Urban Decay All Nighter, I got this in a gift set. This is probably an ounce. Let me see. Yeah, this is 1 fluid ounce. It is makeup setting spray. It's said to be long lasting, up to 16-hour wear, lightweight, temperature control technology. This is the All Nighter. If you guys have used the All Nighter, let me know how you like it, because I cannot remember using this yet. It's got 2 caps on it, so you know it's secure. Let's see. No fragrance. I can't smell a fragrance. Lightweight. Not sticky. I don't know why it has 2 caps on it, but in my opinion, wasteful packaging, Urban Decay. But I'm going to give this a try, because who knows, it may make my makeup look like a ray of sunshine. I don't know. All right, let's get into some tools. All right, guys. So let's talk about brushes. These clearly are not all of my brushes, but I just pulled some from my brush collection to talk about. This is the part of the video that Lainey, was asking about because she was like, what's a good foundation brush? And a lot of people get foundation brushes mixed up with powder brushes, different eyeshadow brushes. Let's not, listen. I'm not going to say that I've never, been confused about brushes or, yes, I have done my eyeshadow with one brush before and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to be like, it can't be done or you shouldn't do this or whatever. This is just my brush collection. And I'm just talking about what I use, what I have used, what I like, what I don't like. So, do with this information as you will. You will see a lot of collections here because I have just put my, brushes in here because I mix and match. I use them, quite a bit. I love my brushes so much. So many. Some of them don't even belong in this thing. Some of them belong in a completely different um, uh, little thing like this. And I get to using them and, it's just, it's a lot. So I am going to try my hardest to separate these so that I can talk about these brushes, talk about the different sizes, why they're different sizes, how to use these. And the ones that don't have any partners and are not supposed to be in here, I'm just going to move them out of the way because I don't want to confuse anybody with this brush collection here. But there are a couple of brushes that don't belong in any family, and I'm going to talk about them. This one right here definitely goes with something because it has a name on it, but it is a good blush brush. It is Shania B from Miami. It is very dense, and it is said to be a blush brush, but you can use this for powder. It's big enough to be a powder brush. For me, I think it's a little too big for a blush brush, but if you're getting a whole kit and you're just starting out, go ahead and follow the instructions and see how you like the use of the brushes. And then if you find other brushes, that are smaller, that are more compact, maybe you like the shorter brushes, versus the longer handle brushes. You know what I mean? Over a period of time, you will know what you like and what you dislike. But Shania B, Miami, she's got some really, really good brushes, and this is one of my favorites, but I do not use this as a blush brush. I use this as a powder brush. As you can see, here's another powder brush. They are totally different sizes. The density in this one is about the same. It's pretty dense. This is a Kenzie. I am obsessed with the Kenzie brush. I love all things Kenzie, and I wish I could find more Kenzie brushes because I would definitely purchase them. Not because of the look, but the handle is convenient right here if you hold your brushes down here. I tend to hold my brushes, longer because it puts less stress on my wrist and it gives me more control. So I'm definitely in love with those for powder brushes. Other powder brushes, Walmart has a great one here. Royal and Langnickel, the powder brush. It is BMD 100. BMD 100. This is a great powder brush. The density is crazy. It's a little bit more expensive, but I don't mind spending the money for a good brush, and I've had this brush for a very long time. So if you want to get a good powder brush, let me tell you, these are some good powder brushes. Now, when you're talking about in a kit, these remind me of Kenzie brushes. This is the reason I got them. I cannot remember the name of these brushes, but kits are kits. Sometimes you get a great kit, sometimes you get a bad kit. Now, this one right here, I happen to think this is a great powder brush as well. And you can see the different sizes in here. Powder brushes are usually big to cover your entire face. And if you get one with really good density, it's packed really good, you're going to have longevity, and the blending process is going to be way easier than if you get a brush that's kind of weak and not dense and kind of cheap feeling. You're not going to be able to blend well with that brush. It's not going to last that long because you're going to try so hard to make the brush work, and it's not really going to work. You know, you're going to put in more effort than the brush is even worth. So definitely, you know, and like I said, you don't have to spend a fortune. I got this Kinsey brush. I found it at TJ Maxx. I found this brush at Walmart. And then this Shania B, I think I got through the mail. I think this brush came with a kit when I was getting the Itsy bags. That's what I want to say. If you guys have one of these Shania B brushes, let me know in the comments, because I think that's where I got this brush. I have about 4 or 5 brushes that I got when I was getting that once a month kit. And I want to say that this brush right here was one of them. But these brushes are amazing. They're great. And I think that you will get a lot of use out of these brushes, because I've had mine for a long, when I say long, like I've had this one for years. I've had this one for a couple of years. I've had this one for about a year. And as you can see, they're well loved. I do use my brushes, and you know, they're just great. So by all means, if you can find a really good kit that has everything in it, go for it. You will have a foundation brush, a powder brush, you will have a blush brush, you will have brushes for eyeshadow, a foundation brush to put your foundation on with. You will have extra brush, like this one right here is a great contour brush. You can tell by the way that it's made. And it's very compact, it's very dense, it's very smoothing for your contour. And then this brush right here is great for blush. You've got a brush right here that's great for foundation. You've got a brush right here that's great for powder, great for blush. You can mix and match. Anything you want to use these brushes for. You can actually put your highlight or your brightener on, your concealer, with a brush like this, with the foundation brush, and then go in with this for contour if you wanted to, or this for contour if you wanted to. This also, again, makes a great foundation brush. So it just depends. If you get you a really good kit like this, you can contour, or you can brighten and, you know, highlight with this, or get you a concealer all day long with this brush. The same thing with this. If you want to put your concealer on with this brush rather than your foundation, you can do that. These brushes right here, now for me, this is not all I need for my eyeshadow, but if you're just beginning out, this is great for your brows and for your liner. And then you've got these two. You've got one for your lid, and then you've got one for your crease and for your buffing. So you can, you know, use this for everyday look. And I think it's great. Now with this one, you know, I always tell people, go ahead and pinch it when you finish using it, so it holds its shape, especially if, you know, you're into those you want a real good line on your brow and your eyeliner. Go ahead and, you know, pinch it after you finish using it. It doesn't matter if you use cream, if you use powder, if you use putty, gel, or whatever. Just make sure that you pinch the end of that brush so that it holds its shape. This is a really, really good kit. If you don't want to spend the money on a good kit like that, you can go to Five Below, which is where I got these brushes from. This is going to be a good contour brush. This is going to be a good brush for powder, for baking. And then, of course, you can use this for your eyeshadow, for brows, for eyeliner. And then you've got this one that you can use for your lid. You can actually use this for your crease. So, I mean, you've got some good brushes right here if you need to adjust. Now I got these from Five Below, but I also got this one from Five Below. They have a Chic Pro. Now this is a bronzer brush, but I use this for foundation because it reminds me of a kabuki. It's not as short as a kabuki, but it reminds me of a kabuki brush. So I use this for foundation, and I actually like it. And again, I got it from Five Below. I also got these two from Five Below to add to this kit. Now, these, I think, were Wet n Wild, were they not? It's the Dream something. I don't know. They had some sort of collection, and I I don't know, it's the Dream Rock or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, if I figure out that right, the writing is so, it's hard cursive. Like, I'm just like, what is this? Bretman Rock, I think it says. But anyway, it kind of, went hand in hand because I needed this big poofy brush right here for the eyeshadow to just blend it out and just blow it out. And this brush is a little bit better for the lid than this one. This one is a little bit longer and it's a little bit harder, whereas this one is a little bit shorter, but it's also softer. This one right here would be great for glitters, I think, in, certain things. It's just a little bit too hard for my lid or whatever, unless now if I'm using like liquids or something like that, I might go in with this or glitters or something. But for everyday use, I just thought this one felt better. And it does a better job. And keeping in with the inexpensive e.l.f., this is a great sculpting face brush. If you contour every day or contour a lot, this is a great contouring brush. And this little V right here can get definitely into your face, your jawline or whatever, if you're contouring down there as well. And this brush was like about $5 at Target. So not expensive at all. Let's see. In the way of other brushes, I talked about Five Below brushes. These brushes right here, and this is the same Chic Pro. This is a highlighter brush, and this one right here is a crease brush for your eyes. They have a whole set of these at Five Below. So I would definitely say go in there and get them. You may not be able to get a whole set at once because they, sell out of one brush and then you have to, keep checking back. But if you can get a whole set, this is not bad. Each brush is sold separately, but I'm telling you, this is not a bad brush set for Five Below. I was impressed. I was shocked. So I'm just going to say that and leave it at that. If you are a stickler for wings, eyeliner, you have to get your eyeliner right. I got this one. This is Japanese, and I got this one via the internet. This one right here, I've had for so long, I can't even tell. I can't even see the writing. Oh my God, you guys. I think it's Face Secrets. This brush is so old, but it is still in the working business. It is made like this. So this is kind of an angled brush or whatever, and I absolutely love this brush. This one is not angled, but if you notice, it's silicone. It is silicone, and I've used both of these brushes for my brows and for liner, and I love them both. I think they're great. If you're into putties and you're into gels and you're into like the L'Oreal 24-hour tattoo, brows or whatever, these are great brushes to perfect that with. And I just really love these brushes. Yes, you have to buy them separately, but they're really great. I got this brush in an Epsy bag. And if you get those monthly kits, you will oftentimes get brushes that are great. This brush right here, I cannot remember. This is Lux. This is Luxie. Luxie. This is the 237. A blurring or blending. Ooh, that writing is so light. It's a blending brush. This is one of the best blending brushes I've ever used for my eyeshadow. And as you can see, it's well loved. I use this brush a lot, and you will love this brush if you get it. And like I said, it's Luxie, Luxie, and this is the 237. These are random brushes. This is an e.l.f. brush. As you can see, I've used this to death, but this is an eyeshadow C brush by e.l.f. This one, I'm not sure if it came in a kit, but same thing. It's just a blurring, buffering, brush for my eyeshadow. This is a good crease brush. It's very dense. I love the length of the bristles. I cannot remember where I got this brush, and everything is like, this brush is so old. But the point I'm making when I show you brushes like this is because I don't know how much I spent on this brush, but I've had this brush for so long. Whatever I paid for this brush, it was well worth it because it still works. I mean, not lost a hair out of this brush. If I did, you can't even notice it. It was very well constructed. The materials are great. It doesn't irritate my skin, doesn't irritate my eyes. It has not fallen apart. I've washed this brush a million times. I've had it in my collection forever. And this is just a really, staple. This is a great brush. And when you find brushes like this, it's like you've hit the jackpot, I'm telling you. This is Face Secrets. This is a good blending brush I've had for years. This one is Firma 203. I've got this one out of one of those monthly kits, and it's okay. It's a good brush, but like I said, it's Firma 203. And this one is Face Secrets. It's an eye contour brush. Really good brushes. Really good brushes. I've actually had, and I still have one of the kits, and I gave one of them to my daughter, but this was one of the oval brush sets or whatever, and I gave her the majority of one kit and another, so she has a kit now and I have a kit. But this is called a linear brush, and I kept a couple. The one that is round, and I kept this one for the contour on my nose, and the one that's round I just really put in the corner of my eye for my highlight. And that's pretty much all I use. Like, I didn't like the whole kit. I did not like the whole kit. So for me, 2 or 3 of these linear brushes did it for me. And I don't like the whole kit because there are pros and cons to, brushes, I think. And the cons for me, they are very hard to clean. And I hated it. But the linear brushes in here like this seem to be a little bit more easier to clean. And I love the way the brush is constructed, because just one swipe, I can get my eyebrow done or the side of my nose done, and it's just perfect. So I just didn't like the oval brushes that were in the kit. They're just too hard to clean. And I just, even though like after a while, it's going to be ridiculous. So Real Techniques. I'm going to talk about Real Techniques in a dedicated video, but I pulled this one off the shelf to show you guys. There is a Real Technique kit out there in the world that looks like this, and the brushes are gorgeous. And this is the contour, brush for the side of your face. This thing could be a body brush. All of them have the little diamond on it and the RT for Real Techniques. If you can get a hold of this kit, the whole entire kit, do it, because these brushes are everything, and y'all know. If you've ever used a Real Techniques brush, you already know. So this is a great little brush. I don't have to tell you about Real Techniques. These brushes are made to perfect the face. So I'm definitely a fan. Definitely a fan. We talked about kits before, but this is another little kit that I got from Five Below. Same thing. It's got that crease brush, that lid brush. It's got that, contour, highlight, blush, whatever you want to use that for. And then this is a great powder brush for on the go. This makes a great travel kit as well. If you travel, this is a good travel kit. I'm telling you, this one and the other one that I had with the stars on the end of it, great, great travel kit, I'm telling you. So don't sleep on Five Below. Five Below, they have some great kits, some great brushes, and I recommend Five Below to anybody. I've gotten this kit from Five Below, this kit from Five Below, these 2 brushes from Five Below. What else did I tell you I got from Five Below? I don't sleep on Five Below. I do not sleep on Five Below because I know that they have great brushes. But like I said, oh yeah, this kit, what's the name of it again? The Chic Pro. They have this at Five Below. So yeah, I mean, if you're sleeping on Five Below, you're doing yourself a disservice. And I also got these cups from Five Below. So until I get my acrylics, that's what I'm going to be keeping my brushes in. But I'm ordering some acrylics from Amazon because I have so many of these cups with these brushes around. The room is getting out of hand. So we are going to fix that little dilemma, okay? And get us some acrylics from Amazon and go ahead and, put our brushes where the brushes need to be. Now, these other brushes right here are just random brushes that need to be put up. But I'm telling you, these are some of the best brushes These are some of the best brushes that I've had in my life, and I keep them around because I don't want to let them go. I mean, and that's just the God's honest truth. I keep them around because I don't want to let them go. I love these brushes. I think these brushes are everything. They've been with me forever. So that's my take on the brushes. No, these are not all the brushes I have, but they are the brushes that I want to talk about. The reason I collect so many brushes, ladies and gentlemen, is because I just love them, and they all do something different, and I keep wanting to try different brushes, and I mean, they're just wonderful. I mean, you can't go wrong with makeup brushes. Now, last but not least, you guys, this right here is so cute. It is a Kala Mocha Latte Blending Sponge. It's 6-piece. They're reusable. The cup and the straw is reusable. It was $8.99 at TJ Maxx. I had to get it because it was just so cute. Do I use makeup sponges? Not for real. But I am going to try these blenders, these beauty sponges, and maybe in my next video, and I'm going to see exactly what all the hype is. So there you go. I might actually try a beauty blender or a blending sponge or whatever you want to call it, a makeup blender perhaps. And we're going to see, we're going to put it to the test. What have I been missing, or have I been missing anything at all? So I'm going to try these out and yeah, tell you what I think about them. And I know people have been using these for years, and I've used it before, but it wasn't like, an jaw-dropping experience. But these are said to be good. There are other ones, like the actual brand of beauty blender, that is said to be good. So I'm going to play around and see. The only thing that I don't like about these is that they sop up all of your makeup. And that's why I don't use these. But I have seen people use these for their powders and stuff like that, especially when they bake. So I'm willing to give it a try. I'm willing to give it a try. So we're gonna give the sponges a try and see how that goes. But if you guys have any questions about makeup brushes or any of the things that I talked about, put them in the comments below and let me know. Don't forget, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell so that you can get notified of all of my upcoming videos. I will talk to you guys in the next video, but for now, mwah, bye my beauties, and I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, and one more thing. I love you guys so much. Okay, bye.